an incredible performer, great guy. I don't think he has anything left to prove, and at this point, it seems, clearly I'm sure he's made enough money. So the biggest thing I would have is that making sure that he doesn't come back and demean his legacy or get hurt or something, because when you go into something like a WrestleMania, which seems to be when he comes back, the bar is set a little bit differently. It's the Super Bowl of professional wrestling, and so you want to go out there and do things that, whether or not you think is a good idea, you're going to go out and do because you want to please the 100,000 fans that are there, or the million or so buy rate, whatever the buy rate is on that date. You want to deliver the goods, especially as somebody that carries the legacy that our Undertaker character does. So Mark Callis, I'm sure, is no different and wants to try to live up to that. But as somebody that's experiencing it, as you age, your body doesn't respond as you'd like it to. And, like I've said before, we'd all love to be 25 or 30 forever. Unfortunately, that's not the way time works. So for me, as a fan speaking, not as somebody that's in the business, as a fan speaking, you want to try to remember that character, in those big glorified moments, the Hell in a Cell cage match with Mick Foley, and the big matches that he had with Shawn Michaels, those really iconic memories. But wrestling ultimately, in the final analysis, is all about the fans, and so. And I think that beckons back to my comments about Sasha Banks. So, if The Undertaker wants to come back and the fans want him back, that's a decision that Mark Callis has to make. But The Undertaker to me is one of those larger than life, once in a generation characters that doesn't come around very often. Which is probably the reason why Vince McMahon has to call him back every WrestleMania. But as long as he can make the money and he wants to do it, and he can do it, those are the big indicators to me. I would never want to see Mark get hurt or put himself in jeopardy just to try to live up to some expectation of delivering something he delivered 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago. I think he's put a pretty nice exclamation point at the end of his career with putting Brock Lesnar over, and as somebody that is in the business, I don't see a reason to need to go beyond that.